Scorpio, hey, how's it going? I'm very energetic this morning, aren't I? It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I just like to point out my lavender that I grew in my garden. Very happy with it. I was just about to sit here and meditate and shuffle the cards, and the cards, as always, start flying out. So we're just going to wing these as I always do, because whenever I try to prepare, the cards are like, nope, just get going. Oh, here we go. Okay, what's going on, Scorpio? I'm going to pull out less cards. I keep trying to pull out less cards so my readings will be shorter, and they've still all been about 20 minutes. But all right, some of you guys are sorry. I just looked at the bottom of the deck too. So we have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So this is a lot of fear-based thinking, a lot of perseverating, a lot of just reviewing the past and sort of living in the past, and also in some ways the future in fear-based thinking. So that makes sense, right? Why didn't that relationship work out? Why doesn't that person still want me? That type of stuff. But then fears at night that I do this all the time. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I'm just up like worrying. I can worry about something that happened when I'm 9 years old. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then just sort of focusing on the whys and potentially the resentment and the hurt, and staying stuck in that cycle, as opposed to sort of more accepting that that's how it was and it's over, and how can I move forward and take the wisdom and the lessons with me. But right now, for some of you, it seems to be too raw, which is okay. But then you're not getting a good night's sleep, and it's setting yourself up for low energy, and maybe you won't want to feel like working out or what, and it can just kind of snowball into, sorry. Yeah, just sort of, it's just not the healthiest way to live, and it's not doing a lot to get yourself out of the doldrums. But what I see here is really nice, because I see this Eight of Cups, and this is that moment. There's kind of two sides of the same coin here. I like to talk about this card as like a slot machine. And so if you go gambling, unless you have a gambling problem, I think most people go in with a certain amount of money. I don't know a lot of people gamble a lot. I don't, but I've been a handful of times. And I'm like, okay, I have $50, and that's once it's gone, it's gone. There's no going to the ATM. That's my bottom line. But it's interesting because we can do that with money, but with our emotions and in relationships, we tend to just keep going to the ATM and putting more energy and more of us into these relationships. So it's interesting to think, like, why am I not able to have a hard line on the relationship and said, no, I've given as much of my time and energy without getting anything back. And of course, what does a slot machine do? It's programmed to, it must sense when people are going to leave. There's some algorithm or something. It gives you a little payout, right? It senses you. I just see 444. So someone's like, you're fed up, you're getting ready to leave or to block and delete. Oh, stop. If you're still following someone on social media and checking up on them, it's like you really need to ask yourself why, because it's just keeping that drama. Okay, this came up for another sign. And I told the story. I follow Glennon Doyle, the author, on Instagram. She was doing one of those ask me anything things, and someone asked her about closure. And this is paraphrasing, I don't remember exactly what she said, but essentially she said that she doesn't believe in closure and thinks it's just a reason to keep the drama going. So this Eight of Cups, though, is like, I'm done. It's that realization that I can't keep doing this anymore. So that's the one side of the coin. The other side is opening yourself up to new possibilities and leaving that behind, and having, because you're going to have once you're able to get a handle on all this fear-based thinking, the hurt, yeah, you feel like you're carrying my God, you have the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the world. It's time for this cycle and this way of dealing with things to end, to be completed, to put an end to the drama, to stop perpetuating the cycle, this drama cycle. And I love it because we have the Nine of Swords, and I just put, not even realizing it, put the Ten of Swords right underneath it. This is, for me, this is like that something clicks in your brain and you're just like, I am done. And it doesn't have to be like a big thing. It could be, I don't know, say you're dating a guy and you suspected that they're texting some other girl, or someone said, oh, I saw so-and-so on a date. I don't know what it is, but you've kind of been in denial about it, or they talked you out of it, or whatever. Fill in whatever romantic comedy. But unlike the stupid romantic comedies where people always seem to get with the person that's treated them wrong and they live happily ever after, this is the healthy version where maybe you just see something flash up on their phone and you're like, you know what, they're lying to me. They're just not being truthful. Like, for whatever reason, this time it sticks. And you're done. And when you're done, like, this is done. And this is no longer doing this. This is no longer doing this. This is like freedom. I'm done. I'm going out with my friends. That phase of my life, and allowing those types of relationships, because I think not all, but a lot of us do that. I was going to say when we're younger, but I know people my age that still are stuck in this cycle of pining over the people where it wasn't a healthy relationship, and spending a lot of time and energy on those. And this is the closing the past, blocking and deleting, stopping that connection, that, I don't know if it's closure. It's not closure. It's continuation. Yeah, you get it. It's like it's time to birth a new life. I keep getting this too, that, oh yeah, look at this Chariot. Moving on. Oh my God, look at this. Transfer. Holy schnizzle. All right, so you guys got so right where we just were, right? Moving on. We got this beautiful, like, reinventing your life, birthing a new life, nurturing yourself, moving forward, like totally like moving even. This Chariot's like, so you may finally get out of this cycle you've been in whatever place in your life. It doesn't have to be relationships, and this is like, wait, how did I get here? You may be like, I don't even want to live here, but maybe you met this person in college and ended up moving where their job was, and you were like, I didn't want to move here. I want to live such and such. I don't want to live in the city. I want to live in the country, or vice versa. And this is you totally re-examining your life and rearranging it how you want it, right? You may even be transforming. This is coming up. This is why I feel like I should only do one reading because the same thing's coming up. But I see a lot of people like getting a makeover, like giving yourself your own queer eye treatment and like organizing. This is the Virgo energy, organizing your place, personalizing. Maybe if it is an end of relationship, you're getting your own place and it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be where you want it. You're going to have it set up the way you want so it's calm and peaceful. You may start working out. You may change your hair, change your clothes, kind of level up a little, level up your game. But it's coming from like a happy place and a healthy place and a um, like your mindset is not focusing back like, oh, if I look good, they're going to want me back on some level, but moving forward, like completing this cycle with the world card. And you know, when the judgment, it's like it's a wake up call. I mean, you could be like, I wasted 5 years, 10 years, 20 years of my life. I mean, you can't say wasted, but you know, allowing myself to be in this negative situation. What I'm not doing that anymore. I'm learning, I'm gaining the wisdom and I appreciate the lessons, but now I'm moving forward and I won't conduct myself that way anymore. I will know what my limit is. And once I've hit that limit, there I will not go back to the ATM. I will not perpetuate the drama with this person or situation. I'm going to move forward. Cool. I love it, Scorpio. Have a wonderful month. Take care.